I've allowed this man to cheat in peace for years and I'm done. I've been in a narcissistic relationship for 13 going on 14 years. And when I tell y'all this man has done everything underneath the sun to me, and I've allowed it. But I've decided to let it go. I deserve better. I deserve real love, not just lust when someone decides they want to be bothered. Now I want to be extremely clear, I'm no fool. However, I had a vision for us that I can still see. However, that vision has come with a terrible price, and I'm no longer paying. So it all started about 14 years ago. I met this tall, handsome man that captured my heart. He was fresh out of prison, but portraying like he was trying to change his life, and me being who I am, was all for trying to help him do so. Well, in getting to know him, I found out he had 9 children with 5 different women. But he made it seem as though he was a wonderful father to them all. Yes, this was a red flag to me. But he made it seem as though all of this had taken place prior to him getting locked up. You know, he'd lived this reckless life before going to jail, but after doing 3 years, he was dedicated to changing his life around, and once again, me being a person that believes in second chance, and also that as long as you want and can see change for yourself, anything is possible. However, I learned pretty quickly this was not the case, and before I knew it, boom! I was full-blown in love with a hardcore narcissist, and girl, when I tell you this has been one hell of a journey, I mean exactly that. So of course, by him being freshly out of prison, he had nothing, and was what it seemed like at first trying to get on his feet. But in all, was enjoying me taking care of us for the first 2 years of our relationship, while he only had plans to do for himself once he did get back on his feet, which eventually he did. And baby, his true colors quickly began to come through. Now I told y'all in the beginning I ain't no fool by far, but honey, when I tell you love is a powerful drug and blind as a bat, I mean just that. So I helped man get on his feet after taking care of him, my kids, his kids, and myself for 2 years. And when he was now able to take care of himself, he did exactly that. Take care of himself and no one else. Not even the 9 kids I help with, nor me. And although I was head over heels in love, I still couldn't help but look at him a little sideways, once he started showing me these extremely selfish way, and promising me the world and everything in it, once he was able to. Even though I felt played and bamboozled, I held hope that things would change. You know, maybe it was because he had gone all this time without being able to move the way he wanted to financially, or because he felt he had a ways to catch up on the things he didn't have and anxious to do so. Of course, this was me making every excuse imaginable to stay and not feel as foolish as I was being. Now that he has an income and a little money in his pocket, baby, this man started showing his natural black ass. Now he's not coming home some night because he's in his own ride and ain't got to worry about bringing mine back. Now I'm hearing and seeing signs of infidelity. I'm talking about this shit started to crash and burn really fast, and of course I'm making up every lie and excuse to stick around, just to see that things would only get much worse, and I'd end up feeling empty, used, and big embarrassed. But you'll have to stick around a little while to see how I've taken my power back and got away from this narcissistic emperor.